Fuck, I love Nutella. Hey, what's up guys? Hope everybody's doing okay. So as you can probably tell from the title of the video, I get to eat Nutella every single day of the week. I'll explain to you why. And how, especially when I've lost so much weight and I continue to lose weight. But first, I need to go and do some deadlifts. So, peace out. I'll see you in a minute. Let's go and do some deadlifts. And then we'll explain what's going on. Hope you guys enjoyed that little bit of a montage of me at the gym. This is the first time I take the camera to the gym, sort of, so you gotta bear with me. I'm not gonna be editing that well, but that's okay. As you can probably tell, that deadlift workout went from deadlifts to being as well as 2/3 of a push workout with a shoulder focus. It was really good. I was just in the zone, so I was like, screw it, why not actually go ahead and do that? Okay, so back to the topic of this video. I love Nutella, dude. I can consume it by the kilo, but I really don't. Well, I try not to at least. I generally eat it as a pre-workout meal. I'll talk about pre-workout meals for the purposes of this video, but I will make a video dedicated for them in the future. Pre-workout meals, in my opinion, are one of the most important meals in a day, at least for me. I've trained with and I've trained without it, and I felt a huge difference, especially when I train early in the morning and I don't want to eat something or a full breakfast before I go ahead and train. A quick, small pre-workout meal goes a very long way. And it does help you keep going throughout your workout. I think it increases your energy levels a little bit. All right, so how do I consume Nutella? Or how do I consume the Nutella? Where does it come in? How do I still maintain my weight loss? Again, I'm not eating a huge amount of it. It's usually, generally it's 1 or 2 servings in a day. Before Nutella came into the picture, I used to have a crumpet or 2, depending what time of day I'm training. If I'm training very early in the day before food, I'll have 2 crumpets with 2 servings of peanut butter on it. And then I'll go ahead and train. If I'm training later on the day, I'll have 1 crumpet with 1 serving of peanut butter on it, and then I'll go ahead. And I love peanut butter, but at one stage or the next, it started sucking to consume just peanut butter with crumpets. Peanut butter can be dry, especially if you buy the natural stuff without preservatives and sugar and all that. It can be dry, especially when you go to the shelf and you pick up the freaking peanut butter from your pantry and the Nutella is sitting right next to it, just staring at you, be like, eat me, bitch. And you don't, right? It's just staring at you, waiting for you to eat it. It kind of gets to you, right? So I did a little bit of a dive into the world of MyFitnessPal, and I found out the following macros, which kind of made me very, very happy. A crumpet on its own is 86 calories, 16.7 grams of carbs, 0.5 grams of fat, and 2.8 grams of protein. Now, it does have a decent pinch of protein in it. Peanut butter, when we add the one serving of peanut butter on it, peanut butter on its own is 90 calories per serving, as well as 1.5 grams of carbs, 7.2 grams of fat, naturally, like they're not horrible fats, but 7.2 grams of fat, and 3.9 grams of protein. Now, where is peanut butter superior? It has a decent amount of protein for such a tiny serving. Let's go to the beautiful side of things, which is Nutella. Nutella, now, still the crumpet hasn't changed its macros. Nutella has 80 calories as opposed to the 90 that's in the peanut butter. It has 8.6 grams of carbs, so nudging up the carbs a little bit. 4.6 grams of fat, which surprised the crap out of me, so it's a fair bit less than peanut butter does. And only 0.9 grams of protein. All in all, when you're consuming the peanut butter and the crumpet, you're having 176 calories. When you're consuming it with peanut butter, you're consuming it with Nutella, you're having 166 calories. So 10 calorie difference. Okay, so all of those are just numbers, and they're just basically facts that anyone can go to MyFitnessPal and read, right? That's not anything. And I know there's going to be people that are going to come through and say, oh, what about your macros? Or people that are going to be thinking, what about your macros? What about your micronutrients? What about the sugars in the Nutella? And I will agree with you 100%. I'm a huge advocate for micronutrient consumption, because a lot of people focus too much on their macros and forget that you need the greens and you need, the fiber, you need all of that stuff. It's not gonna bring itself into your body, okay? I understand that. But I'm also in the game of mental health. I'm also in the idea that I'm not going to set myself up for failure. If you're just starting out now with your transformation, or you're starting out now with your fitness journey, you're trying to lose weight, you're trying to maintain a healthy lifestyle, you're going to find yourself craving a lot of things that you can't consume, such as chocolate, chips, all of the good stuff that everybody loves, right? And I'm not saying, you can have them on a cheat day, but you will crave them inevitably. So we need to take those little wins and we need to run with them. Again, I'm not saying get a jar of peanut butter or get a jar of Nutella and go to town on that motherfucker. Absolutely not. That is not okay by any means. But that little bit a day gives you something. It triggers your brain. It says, oh, okay, I'm eating chocolate or whatever it is, right? It gives you that little bit of hope. That's pretty much all I wanted to say, is that I know that the title gave a little bit more than it should, but that's it, dude. Take your little wins. Find ways where you can consume what you love and maintain a healthy diet. Because there are so many things that I still eat every single day, or once every few days, that a lot of people will go and tell you, God, how are you doing this? Why are you eating this? You're going to ruin your diet. No, you're not. If you know what you're putting in your body, you're not going to ruin your diet. Always be mindful what you're consuming. Always understand that whatever it is that you're consuming in moderation works. Okay, guys, so as I mentioned, most things will work just fine in moderation, apart of the obvious stuff like, heroin and all. Try to stay away from that stuff. But other than that, most things that you consume are perfectly fine as long as you know what you're putting in your body, you're aware of how your body's going to react to it, and you're not, exceeding your caloric intake and what have you. Just be mindful of what you eat and what time of day you eat it and what you've consumed so far. Other than that, I just want to thank you so much for tuning into this video. I'm trying my best to make these videos shorter and shorter so you guys don't get bored. And I'm trying to think of more stuff to include. There's a lot of ideas that I have that I want to put in. I just don't always write them down because my days are pretty flat out with work. So I'll try my best to make my content more interesting. But again, thank you so much for clicking on this video. Hit the subscribe button if you're not subscribed. Hit the like button if you like this video. Check out my socials, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Thank you again, and I will see you in the next one. Peace out.